Hello people, this is Alex Strauss back with another different video, a tutorial on how to wire your Bachmann Easy Track switches to the switch machines. Now since I recently got this Bachmann Easy Track, my first railroad track pack for Christmas, I was going to start setting up the layout for the pilot episode, the yard layout, so I could get it out around spring sometime, and I was just going to start doing that. And I wanted to know how you exactly power these things because I couldn't really find any good tutorials. So finally I did, and but a lot of them were like by 7-year-old idiots who didn't know what they were doing. They're like, okay, so you're gonna put this here, and then just shove this wire up in there, then get your transformer over here, and then bam, you got your thing all set up. And then they would have like really bad lighting and really deep voices, and you couldn't even understand them. So I'm gonna try and show you how to do this thing. So first you're going to take your Bachmann Easy Track switch, and then you're going to see this wire here coming out of it. That's the switch wire, obviously. And then you're going to take your little switch machine. Doesn't matter which one you use. If you have this track pack, there's going to be 4 in here for the 4 switches. And you'll notice that there are 3 little whole wire connector thingies right there. So you basically just take this and you plug it into here, and it's a little hard for me to do it because I have my tablet holding here, and I have to hold this while I get this in. You have to push a little bit, but don't worry, you're not going to break it. And once you get this all the way in there, up until the little metal parts, like I did here, that means that it is ready to go. So now that you have that in there, it's good. But if you have it not till all these little metal parts, it will not work. So don't come crying to me, Alex, my switch machine isn't working. I followed your video and now I'm unsubscribing because you don't know how to do it. You're a horrible guider. Well, it's because you probably didn't follow these steps. So you better listen. Go eat your popcorn. So then you're going to find another red wire in here. And if you didn't get one in there, oh wait, hold on a second, this is the wrong wire. And you will find, I think there's 2 of these in here. And you will just see 2 more connectors over here, kind of like the ones on your terminal track. Not these ones over here. This I will show you what this is for later. And then you are going to just plug this into here. Unlike the other one, this one does not need to go in all the way to the ends of the metal parts. If you do so, you might break it. I tried doing that the first time, and it just wasn't working. But I figured out why it wasn't working. So it is okay if it's like that. You push it in as far as you can. That's as far as it'll go. It is okay. So now you have these ends here. These little end things right here. And you're going to take your Bachmann controller. If you have a Bachmann controller, I used to have a Rail Power 1370. But I recently got this when I got the circus train, who is now Naya. And I like this controller a lot better. It's a lot less heavier. It's more lightweight. I just like it better. But if you have a different controller, then you might have to strip these little ends down a little bit to be able to wrap them around the screws to get them in. So if you have a different controller than this Bachmann one, then you might have to do that before following this step, because it's a little bit different on some other controllers. So to do this, it's real simple. You just sort of push this in. See, like that, and then you put one of these in once you push it. Hold on, I'll try and do this, but I don't think I can because I'm holding my tablet. But it's real easy, and if you do it yourself, I'm just gonna pause the video and do it. Okay, so once you've pushed it in and you have the wire ends inside those little holes there, and you just let go, and they will automatically stay taut inside by the metal part, and they will automatically be connected to your transformer. So then you're going to do the basic thing. You're going to take your terminal track, and you're going to take your other wires that go to your transformer, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you already know how to do this, unless you're like a complete newbie to this whole thing, and you're watching my video because you don't know what you're doing with this, or with anything else that you have to do with trains. But if you don't know how to actually set up a train track, go watch one of Model Railroaders' videos. They have some good tutorials on setting up your first train layouts. So you put the gray wire into here that says 1000 MA, and the red wire into the 2-track thing. So then you'll end up with this end, and you will plug this into your terminal. And you will plug this into your terminal. And you will plug this into your terminal. Just like this. Just like this. Just like this. Okay, I finally got it. So then, you're going to do the only basic thing that anybody would know how to do. You're going to just connect your switch to your terminal, or however you have your layout set up. I'm just doing this right now here for demonstration purposes. So, you will just connect the track. It goes together real easy. Just make sure all the little clips, I think they're called frog clips or something, are intact. Are intact with each other. Make sure that they're not split, and it goes together just like that. So now that you have your switch machine here going to your switch, your red wire going to your things in here, and you have all these wires, it's time to plug in your power pack. So you're just going to plug it in here to your wall. Say hello to Numpty Pootus in the set in progress for Daryl and Fred episode 5. That will now be taking place there. No spoilers. I can't show you the rest. And then you're going to do the only obvious thing that any train person would do who has a transformer, some track, and a train. You're going to turn on your thing. And you just have to turn it on like that, and it will automatically be sending power here. And if you flip it, you might be wondering, why isn't it working? Why isn't my switch switching? It's because I was really stupid. And if you're doing that, I didn't notice you have to push down on this thing and then flip it. See, if you just do it like this, it's not going to do anything. For some reason, I think Bachmann should change that. You shouldn't have to push down, but when you push down... What happened? What's happened? Okay, I figured out what the dumb problem was. Remember to always push in your wires all the way for your accessory thing. I didn't have it pushed in all the way, so just remember to do that. Don't be an idiot like me sometimes. So yeah, now when you push down on your switch machine, it should make a buzzing noise. You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. Oh! Okay, now I swear if it doesn't work this time. There you go. So if you push down, you should hear a buzzing noise. And then you just slide the switch to the desired thing. And it moves the switch. It's that simple. Just had something to do with... Remember, you've got to push in these wires and stuff all the way in. You know, sometimes if it doesn't work, or if it just doesn't seem like it's working, check these wires. Check this wire. Just push them in a little bit more, even if they already seem like they can't go any farther. You never know. This is Bachmann. It's not the highest quality, but it's still pretty good. So for now, it works. And yeah, just make sure that you have your controller plugged in. Because you don't want to be a real big idiot and embarrass yourself in front of that. Now you're probably wondering, Alex, how do you add up multiple switches? Because there's no more room on these things. Well, it's real simple. See these other things right here? You just take another handy-dandy switch machine, and then you take these things where you would plug in the red wire, but since there's no red wire, you just sort of push it in, and it's like, and these things are kind of like the joints on the track, but a little thicker and a little fatter and a little more yellower, like the sun's teeth, or teeth, depending on if you brush or not. So you kind of just, well, no, no kinda, you do. You just, get in the camera. You just slide these things right in here, like that. And then now you have another switch machine attached, and then you just have the green wire going in there. And it's that simple. Unfortunately for me, I'm sorry, I was being a stupid guy. And I didn't do it correctly the first 2 times because I didn't put the wires in all the way, even though they were, but... So yeah, that's how you do it. So now let's test to see how many switches this baby can handle. Okay, so I set up all the switches and all the switch machines, and I'm too lazy to actually create a track yet, so all the switch machines are kind of hidden under here. So I hooked them all up, and they should all pretty much work. So that one does that one. This one here should do that one over there. No, this one does that one. Kind of sounds like an old Lionel train set when it does that. This one should do that one. Okay, and then there's the other one on the other side, but I can't really reach it. So, but we've already done that one. That's the one that does this one. So they all should work in sequence with each other, and you can just basically do as many switches as you want. And it's pretty simple. So, yeah, that's basically how you wire Bachmann switches. Easy, easy 11-minute video. Ciao.